Good morning, all. We are about to move on to the second session of the day on reading books, a few effective sites, to be handled by Dr. Shravan Kumar. Now, I would like to introduce our resource person, Dr. Shravan Kumar. Dr. Shravan Kumar is a facilitator in usage of ICT with expertise of communication, ELT, and contemporary literary theories with 16 years of experience and currently working in GL Bajaj Group of Institutions, Madura, as Professor and Dean of Student Welfare. He has a good number of publications. He has acted as resource person and also as a speaker in around 80 national, international level seminars, conferences, workshops, and webinars. He is also carrying the responsibility of National Vice Presidentship of English Language Teachers Association of India. He has also received Teacher Excellence Award by UGC in 2020. Now I invite the speaker to present on reading books, few effective sites. Sir, I hand over the session to you.
Thank you, Dr. Leena. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
And for this long series of sessions for reading activities, reading strategies, and so many things. So I'm not going to talk too much about the strategies and the style or how can you comprehend the things well. Yes, I will talk about a kind of two sites. I will tell you only two sites, websites, through which you can make your reading very interactive amongst your students. So just give me a minute. I hope my slides are visible. Leena ma'am, once
Yes,
you...
sir. Yes,
okay.
sir, it is visible, sir.
Okay. As I mentioned, reading any book, many speakers have already mentioned how to read effectively. Here, I will tell you two websites and then I'll request you all to go through the entire process of those sites. And at the end, I will talk about the question answer session. Any kind of question if you wish to ask, then I will be happy to answer those questions. Just to set a platform, you all know many components of reading skills. The one which I just want to mention is speed. And you all have already learned many devices like intensive reading, extensive reading, skimming, scanning, and so on. I'm not going to describe all these things. And the second one is how to comprehend with the many reading strategies like SQ3R and SQ5R and so on. And the efficiency, how you, if you club these reading speed and comprehension boosts, so you can read any text very efficiently. And the last one is to retain it, to recall the content, the text, by which you can utilize in your writing skills or for any kind of spoken skills. So these four things, I believe you all know, you all are acquainted with all these things. So the first site which I want to mention is readworks.com. And with the help of this website, you can differentiate the reading instructions. And the second one is who's reading. This website has been designed to help students think critically about what they have read. So let's start the practice. So may I please request all of you to type www.readworks.org/student and enter the class code QWMARR. May I please request all of you to please type www.readworks.org/student. Once you type it, click the enter button. Then it will ask for your Google account, and you all have your Gmail accounts. Please mention that, enter through that login, and then enter the class code QWMARR. I will wait for 2 minutes Once you all are ready, I will share my tab and I can show you how many people have entered through this login details. In fact, I'll be typing this particular thing. You can see this kind of window, then the code, and then enter. Now I'm logging through my admin account.
So excuse me, sir. Your screen is not visible, sir.
Okay, just a minute. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. So you must have got one assignment once you have entered there, Thanksgiving Facts or Fiction. 34 people have joined as of now. So I would like to request all of you to please read, because you all are listening many strategies. Please read and answer the questions accordingly. It will take hardly 10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. Once I get one submission, I will let you know as a teacher, how can you create the assignments and how can you assign these assignments to these students. Simply why I'm saying so, just to read, because there is no test. It's simply how students will be doing at their own end. So you must know, being a teacher, you should know if you're assigning anything, then how are they going to attempt it. Once again, I have sent the link. I have sent the link. Please click on that link, log in through your Google account, your Gmail account, then enter the code. As of now, 34 people have joined the session. I hope now it's clear. You can skip the paragraphs. Please simply switch to the questions, because you are not going to attempt any question. Simply you are just going through it to understand how does it appear at the student's login. Okay, somebody has written that he has submitted one assignment. Now, I'll let you know how you can create and how you can use. Out of 52, one student has submitted, maybe Mr. Pandey. So you need to simply create an account with readworks.org, as I have created. So a very simple step, readworks.org, then enter as means I'll show you once again how you can start. Once you enter readworks.org, the screen will visible like this. Login. So I have already signed up, so I don't need to sign up again. Otherwise, a new person can enter, go here, then fill the details. And after filling the details, you can log in, and then your window will appear like this. You can find the content, assignments, class admin, and so many things. I'll tell you, you need to click on find content. Once you click on find content, you will find reading passages, ebooks, step reads, article a day, boost articles, different kind of articles, content, different genres, and what kind of questions you want to assign to your students. Full question set, express question set, inferring question set, open-ended question set. This is what you all have to decide on your own on the basis of your actual classroom. You can also choose the grades also. In this readworks.org, science, social studies, and arts, these three streams are mentioned, and some special collections. And then non-fiction, fiction, poetry, anything. Now I'll click on fiction. Once I click on fiction, I find many texts. So I'm going to click on My Bean Plant. So you can see, it means before assigning any text, a teacher should always go through the text by which you can understand whether this content is appropriate for your students or not. So let's see, I have gone through the text. Then now I need to assign it to my class. I'll click here, assign, and there are three options: audio, vocabulary, and comprehension. If you wish to assign this audio, it means they can listen to the text also. Otherwise, let them read. It's totally up to your wish whether you want to use this particular platform for listening or only for reading, or maybe for both. It's totally up to your wish. Then class. Either you can click here or uncheck or uncheck, totally your wish. Now I have created some classes. Before I assign here, let me tell you how you can create the classes. So once you need to click on class admin and then create a class. Click here, create a new class or import from Google Classroom. Those who are using Google Classroom, they can click here and import any class, or you can create a new class. I'll show both the things. Like if you are using Google Classroom, then you need to log in through that login in which you have your classes. So if I'm using my Google Classroom through this account, so I will allow. And these many classes are already in my Google Classroom. So I will click any one of them, maybe in demo. Now I need to answer what grade is this class, maybe any class, then import demo class. Now the class has been imported and only one person is there in my class, in demo class. So I can assign that. Otherwise, I can directly create a new class, click here, grade 7th, 8th, whatever, then class name, demo reading, and then click. As I have given you the code, so two things can be done. I know all the students are using Gmail. So in that case, I can give these. There are two options, Google Sign-in and Roster. So I will invite with Google, or I can invite with Roster also. I will first tell you how you can invite with Google. So in my slide, you must have seen these 3 instructions, which I'm highlighting. In the same way, you can create this code here. And if you wish to add more student manually, then simply send this thing to your, means like I have shared my screen. You can also share your screen, or you can send the link through chat box, through email, or any other medium, maybe WhatsApp messages also, and let them join your class. Once they will be joined, so this is the creation for class. Now, how to assign the class? So this I have, just a minute. Let me log in through the main account through which I have assigned you a class. So this was my account through which I have assigned that. So demo reading, then this one, LTAR. So 9 people have submitted their assignments also. So how to assign the text to the student? So go to find content, choose any topic, any text as per the need of student. Maybe fiction. As I suggested, please read or go through the text which you are going to assign to the students. Please go through it and then assign. And now I want to assign this class to, you can see, I have now 4 classes: demo reading, demo, LTI, and FDP. So I can click any one of them. Once again, I can assign this to LTI, classroom, the whole class, or maybe the few specific students also. It's totally up to us. And then assign. So like this, you can assign the complete text to your students, and you can monitor their comprehension, their understanding. So how can you monitor that? These 9 people, those who have submitted, so I will click on the text, and please don't look at the marks or the percentage. See, these are the people, those who have attempted, those who have submitted, those who haven't submitted. You can see these kind of complete detail, and accordingly you can train or groom your students for reading. And you can also understand where is the problem. I believe Dr. Xavier has already talked about rewordify.com. So you can also tell them while reading, they can use rewordify.com also. So that will help them to understand the complete text and then answer properly. And you can discuss like this, like what is Thanksgiving held today? So you can discuss the questions like this also. Share your screen, and then you can say the first question was, when is Thanksgiving held today? And then discuss the answers. And see, the answer is not visible to my student. So for this, I need to validate the email. So that's why I didn't allow my students to see the answer in first go. But while we are discussing, we can let them know. So that is all about the readworks.org. If you have any doubt, then please let me know, by which I can explain it once again. Otherwise, I will go to the second site. Dr. Pandey, you are asking, please share this to us if possible. What do you want to be shared with you? Is it clear how does readworks.org work? If you have any doubt, please write in the chat box. Yes, it is free to register. Obviously, it's free. The whole process once again. Okay. I'll do it very quickly. Let me share my screen once again. You need to simply go to readworks.org, create your own account, and then once you have created your own account, you will find the window like this. Now, two things. So one, you need to create your classrooms. You can import your classroom from your Google Classroom if you have any existing Google Classroom. Otherwise, you can simply create a classroom like by giving the code which I have given. So for this, you need to click on Class Admin and then create a class, create a new class. You need to use this option when you don't have any Google Classroom, or if you wish to use with anyone by giving if there is a possibility of sharing the code, then use this. Otherwise, import from the Google Classroom. Create the class by mentioning or giving two details, and then once your classroom is created, you need to find the content, what should be given to them. Click on Find Content. Click anywhere, on any tab. Poetry, fiction, non-fiction, featured partners, anything, whatever you wish to provide them. But one suggestion, please read the entire text before assigning it to the student. And you can also set the type of questions with the help of clicking here. Anything, you can give anything, and then click here, assign, and it will be assigned to your desired classroom, to whom you wish to assign it. And then how you can evaluate their progress. You need to click on the class to whom you have assigned it, and then click here. And then you will find view by student, view by question. There are two options. So if I go with view by question, I need to click here. And then I can find out that in my class, 47% student gave this answer. Rest could not comprehend, rest could not give the answer. So this is a kind of evaluation technique for the teachers by which they can make them understand, the students, that how they should comprehend any text properly. So like this. And then you can find the student's name also, who has given which answer. To be precise, you can find out who has written which answer. So it will help, or it always helps a teacher. If I find the mistake of my students, then I can make them or make him learn how to read further. So this is the entire process of readworks.org. If still any information is required, please let me know. Let me read the chat box. Dr. Gitanjali is asking, do we need all email IDs for creating the classroom? See, Google Classroom is a different thing. If you know how to create Google Classroom, so all the email IDs are already there. You need to simply import. And if you don't want to use email IDs, simply create the class. Once you are creating the class, you will find out the class code and share that class code with readworks.org/student and send it to your student. Anyone can join. Like, I don't have email IDs of you all, but 57, more than 60 people have joined the class without any email ID. So very easily you can reach your student, and then on the basis of their interest, you can assign any text. Let them read. You can define the timelines also. So this was the first one, first site which you can use. Okay, now I feel there is no other question. Can we use ReadWorks in Microsoft? Anywhere. See, we are using it in Webinar Jam, Microsoft Teams, Google Google Meet, any platform, remote platform you can use. Simply you need to share your screen. So it's very simple. Simply you need to click one of the tabs, write readworks.org and share your tab or entire screen as I did here. Now the second site is Who's Reading. Let me share my screen once again. The second one is Who's Reading. I'm just sharing the link in the chat box. Once again, click on this link. Now, I don't need to tell, I don't need you all to go through the text and whatever content is written there. No need to go there. Simply, I wish to tell you how you can create Who's Reading. So very simple thing. Again, app.whosreading.org. Click there. And let me sign out this first. whosreading.org. This is the link. As a teacher, you need to sign up once again. So your title, your first name, last name, and your email IDs. Then you can create your login. Then you can, any student as well as teacher, they all can create their logins. So as a teacher, you need to click here because I have created my login as a teacher or admin, and then login. So how to go ahead further, how I can add my student or how I can assign the text. These two things I will let you know. You can find out data, pics, school, roster, shelves. So first I'm going to add these students. Roster, with the help of your email IDs or simple name. There are again 4 things. Type names manually, hand out a class code, upload the roster file, and sync Google Classroom. So if you have name, first name, second name, and the email IDs of the student, then you can upload a roster file. The students will be visible here. If I need to sync Google Classroom, import the email IDs from or name of the student, then I need to sync Google Classroom. If I don't have these 2 options, then I can hand out a class code like this. So I can send this link and class code is generated. This can be easily sent to the students through WhatsApp, through chat box, through email, and they can enter. So this is the creation. Let's see, I'll add few students. If I know the names, let's see, I'm adding myself. So now for me, the username is Shravan20 and the password is already created. If you wish to edit, you can edit it also. So once you have created this login information, you can send this login information to that particular students. So there are 4 options. 1, if you don't have email ID of any student, no need to worry. Simply write the name, first name and the second name of that particular student and enter like I did, and then you will find the username and password, both things. And you can assign the class to that student like this. So you can see the student's name here. These students have been added in my class. Now I need to assign. How I'll assign? I will click at picks. Once I go to picks, before that, wait, just leave it. You need to click on picks. And the few content and few books I have added here, you can discover many more text by clicking here. See, all grades, all mini websites, ample of text material is here. You can choose fiction and non-fiction, or you can restrict your text to few topics like food, geography, health, history, anything, poetry, race, science, Spanish, sports. So once you click on sports, changing time, or how this, anything. Now I need to click here, assign. If I wish to assign this particular topic or this particular text to one student, then I will click here. Or else I can use or I can select all these students, and that, and what means all the students, those who have been added in my class, will be selected. Now what do I need to make them, means what I'm expecting from them? In that case, I will click on quiz, practice questions. How many times? 1 time, 2 times, because I know that this student cannot read very well, and once he has comprehended, so how many times he requires that particular thing. So if I'm giving this for individual student, otherwise for all students we can write 1 time for practice question, then questions builder, review, and if I wish to add any due date, then I can add, otherwise I can remove, and then assign. Now I have assigned that particular text to the all students. Now I'll show you how does it appear at the students login site. So I need to log in as a student. So this is my, just a minute, this one. This is my username and this is my password. So what will I do? Once again, I will whosreading.org. Then I will log in as a student and I will enter this username. And the password, again, I can copy from here and paste. Then log in. It asks for some automated questions, so you can answer those questions, or you can simply take quiz, answer questions. Means whatever these questions are, itemized questions, which you need to give some answer. You can choose, means a student can, they love to do some anime or you kind of some animations, so they can choose any kind of hat also, like this. And now it's done. As a student, I have entered my few details and I was going through it. So this text, if you remember, how long have schools had sport teams? This text was assigned to me. And how many questions were there? 2 questions, 1 quiz, 1 review, and 2 other questions. I'll show you. So I need to click on the questions. I can attempt before, just a minute. Let me read that first. So as a student, I need to read now. I'll be reading the entire text as a student. And if you remember rewordify.com, see, there are few, like in rewordify.com, you can enter that text and you can get some easier and simpler version of that particular text. In this, you will find out the meaning of some you can say the words as per the grade are tough for them, so you will find out some meanings also, like this, once you hover over your mouse over there, like this, something like that. So once I have gone through it, I need to go back to, again, to attempt the questions. So what is the point of view? What was the author's purpose in writing this text? To persuade, inform, entertain, use evidence, like open-ended questions which students used to write during the comprehension questions. So maybe I don't want to write so much here. So I will write as a student and I'll say finish question. So likewise, I need to attempt all the questions which have been assigned to me. And the progress of a student can be evaluated by him also. Although whatever a student has written in the provided box, it may be wrong, it may be correct. So it's a responsibility of teacher to read it through his teacher's admin and discuss with the student. Simply, these are some fascinating screen, you can say, through which you can allure your students to read properly and give the answers. And you can engage them, because reading is a big problem. As of now, you can say students are not reading. And due to this metallic voice and screens, students love to scroll their mobile phones or their screens. So we can adopt these websites to make them read. As of now, if any doubt or anything to be asked, I'm just I have stopped my screen sharing. If any doubt, you can please write here and I will discuss it once again. If any question, how to create these sites, how to create your login, I have told you, woosreading.org, sign up, create your page, find or select any text which you wish to share with the student, create your or write the names of the student, and then assign the text to them, and then you can again monitor the progress. I will come to this point later on once I find there is no doubt in creating logins and assigning the text. Although it's very easy things, simply I'm here to share these tools because I'm using these tools in my classroom. That is all. Nothing new, nothing very, you can say robo science, but yes, something very interesting through which you can make your classroom very interesting. Okay, login process once again. Okay. Yes, we can select our own reading material. We can upload our own text. I will show you. Shrija has asked this question. Can we upload our own text? Definitely you can upload your own material. Anything else? Okay. So I find there's no question how to. Okay, Kavita logged into site but unable to create her own page. Okay. See, Google Classroom is a platform to interact with the students. This is a big difference. Online tools are different things which we can use in our classrooms. Maybe Google Classroom, maybe Teams, MS Teams, maybe Webinar Jam, maybe many other tools. I'm not getting the names of those all the tools, but Google Classroom, to be precise, is one of the interactive platform through which we can talk or we can take our classes to the students. Oh, no, not at all. Surya, teachers need to be tech savvy to be an English faculty or computers proficiency enough? It's a tough question, although, but if you learn very simple things, how to create, means it's very simple. Simply click on any site, you can find out the process, how to log in, how to develop the things, because whatever I have told, simply the name of the site, login, sign up, and then log in, and then find out some text which you wish to assign. So tech savvy is a very savvy word, you can say. So yes, you should have a little knowledge of technical skills in terms of any ICT tool, maybe the platforms, maybe the MOOCs, the Moodles, that you should know. As a teacher, I believe that's why we are conducting these kind of sessions also, and I believe you all are aware that LTI is organizing webinars every week just to aware ourselves, everyone, all the teachers, any device, any new thing, any pedagogy which is in trend, we are simply disseminating that thing. So if we are aware, if we want to groom ourselves, definitely we should learn these things. Srinivas is saying, I think we are in transition period during which we need to be patient to learn. Yes, definitely we should learn some new things. So let me share my screen once again and finalize the WOOS reading. So it was the login page of iStudent. I will close it and I will go to my admin page. So now I need to find out whether this student has read the text or not and what has he done so as of now. So I need to click on data, left hand side on the top, and then see this one. Click on this Shravan Kumar, the name of your student, and one question has been only answered as of now. Now, as a teacher, if I read this, that he has simply written the purpose of this writing, but he didn't use the evidence to explain how or just to scaffold my answer. So I can ask during the remote classes of my to that student that, see, this was the question, but you didn't give the proper answer. In fact, I should be happy that that student has at least read the text. So our first intention, as I think Dr. Elango has mentioned in the inaugural session, that readers are leaders. So let them first read. If they are reading, our half work is done. That is my understanding. Then we can analyze the things also. Like, see, whether he has copied and pasted, no. It is written that he has typed. So that you can also, because texts are everywhere in the Google. and student can find out the answer from Google, and they can copy and paste in the provided box. So that can be also, you can check and you can discuss all these things. So that is all about all these two things. If you have any query, so I'll be happy to once again answer, although in between I have given you the tips how you can create your login pages and how you can assign the text to the students. I believe I have 10 minutes. So any question? Let me stop sharing the screen. Yes, we have many other tools. So these are only two sites: Nearpod, Edmodo, Quizzes, Kahoot. In Quizzes and Kahoot, there is, if I talk about Quizzes and Kahoot, so in Kahoot, during the screen sharing of our quiz, students are unable to find out the questions. They can see only the options. So my suggestion is you should use Quizzes rather than Kahoot. Although Kahoot is also one of the good, best devices, you can say. But I find it's user-friendly. Quizzes is user-friendly. Any question? Reading Works has option of reading aloud the text. No, you can listen to it. If teacher has assigned the audio to the student, then that student can, or the class can, listen to the text. So Srinivas has asked a question, as the saying goes, too many cooks spoil the broth. With your experience, could you suggest one easy and handy online tool for new users? Definitely. That's why you must have observed that I have told you only two websites, which are very user-friendly for teacher and the student both. So my suggestion, if I talk about one, so readworks.org is the simplest tool to use to improve the reading comprehension. Yes, the content can be also uploaded by us in readworks.org as well as in Who's Reading Books. Any other question? Dr. Zarina has asked a good question, although my presentation is not based on this question, but yes, it's a very relevant question in terms of reading. How far audio books can be encouraged over reading books? It's totally your own pedagogy, or you can say it's totally your wish as a teacher. If you find that the pronunciation, the accent can be easily understood by the students, so definitely you can assign that text also. See, you all know that, and we all know that there are 4 skills, LSRW. So what kind of skill we wish to hone? We need to first identify and prioritize. During reading, definitely we should provide the reading text. We should not give them audio text, audio to listen. Once they have gone through it, once they have given the quizzes, once they have attempted, once they have read, then just for their better understanding, as phonics and phonemic awareness is also important for reading. So you can assign the audio to the students. Read aloud, no. In woosreadings.org, as of now, I didn't find that it can be done. Surya, very interesting question. Obviously, students can access the website, but there are ample of texts. You can choose any text and you can assign them. That is what we have many things to do. Simply creating a login page with ReadWorks or Who's Reading will not work. That's why I suggested in the very beginning that you should read the text which what you are going to give. And because once I have told that ReadWorks, then they will go through the entire text. I mean, they can create their own IDs as a teacher, and they can find out all the options also. But out of 1,000, the probability is very little. So I think we should give this kind of, we should simply ignore, we can. Anytime, Srinivas, anytime. I'll be happy to help. Yes, Ramni sir is helping me a lot. Such a great mentor. He has also given one answer that it allows certain text in each level to be downloaded freely. Yes. Any other question? Any other thing to be discussed? Otherwise, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your insightful presentation, sir. You have clearly demonstrated us on the components of reading skills using two effective sites such as Who's Reading and ReadWorks. Thank you for the practical and beneficial session, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you.